Have you ever wondered if you have a lot of nice people in your company? But hang on a minute, what's wrong with being nice? We like nice people in our company. So today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about this. What if, number one, your company needed to confront somebody about being not as productive in performing? Number two, do you sometimes feel like you are tiptoeing around people's feelings and emotions at the workplace instead of getting more results? Number three, is everyone kind of being Mr. Nice Guy and Mr. Nice Gal that nobody wants to be the bearer of bad news, and so people are just agreeing to disagree in your company? Number four, people are in meetings and there's a whole lot of yes, but meeting after meeting, nothing gets done, and you wonder why. This can be hazardous for a company. Why? Because it is a culture of keeping the peace, yes, but there's nothing wrong with peace. But if that is leading into complacency and somewhat growing a comfort zone, then it is not healthy for a growing business. So this is a AccuMatch group chart that we did for a business owner who ran a hotel group, and three of his general managers are inside this chart. So I just want to bring your attention a little bit to compliance, which is this far right chart over here that talks a little bit about consensus and contrary. Yeah. So if you take a look at this chart, there are a lot of different types of details, but I'm just going to bring you here. Consensus is where people are more agreeable and they're kind of going with the flow, yeah? Contrary, however, is where people are going against the flow, and sometimes that's necessary when we're undergoing change. So if you take a look at this business owner, he's the line in green, and if you look at the rest of the managers, there's a little bit of a lot of high compliance, a lot of high consensus. So when we take a look at this environment, what we find is that a lot of people in the business avoiding real feedback. And when I say real feedback, sometimes what we find is that the management is agreeing to disagree. So we're not really confronting real issues in the company. Yeah, there is a lot of cultural issues as well, but more importantly is that people were not willing to confront each other around the poor results that some of the businesses were experiencing. And so what we found is that everybody was a little bit nice to each other, and so that's one of the things about being nice. Generally, what we found with a team with this pattern, yeah, is that people were being too nice with each other. There was a lot more peacekeeping. Non-performers were overstaying in a company like this because the bosses and the managers were just being very, very nice. Another thing that we found also is that the policies were not consistent because the boss was being nice as well. So based on different difficult situations that employees would have, policies would change based on that, and it was hard to be strict. So there was a very, very nice environment, and that was not necessarily benefiting the company at that point. We're happy to help you with your group chart, whether you're a business owner, you're a CEO, you're a managing director, or you're a department leader and you have a bunch of people that you're working with and you kind of figuring out, what's the synergy. You're not sure what your relationship is with them and their relationship is with you, and you're figuring that out. We're happy to work on your group chart, yeah? And now guys, just remember this. It's all about having a great business and a great life. Understanding your employees and your relationships with them will help you achieve a whole lot more and give you a better quality of life, because being in business is about having more life. Take care, and I'll see you next week.